Welcome, guys. It's now what we're on the 12th of the 5th, 2023. This is a GPMS open Q&A. We've had this out in the wild, so to speak, for the last, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks. Let's see what discussion tonight's meeting or today's or this morning's, well, depending on where you are in the world, brings. I literally open the floor to anyone to ask any questions, unless, brother, you would like to start this off with an update from yourself. That may be good. I have to excuse my voice a little bit. I'm a bit croaky as well at the moment, so we'll continue.
Thank you, brother, and nice to see all of you here. And with any sort of an update, let's say GPMS is very powerfully and rapidly moving forward, and where Lee is at currently, this is so instrumental in many respects, and it's also instrumental in kicking off more of the virality point. So without going too much into detail with that, we are persevering and, just going so quickly forward. I believe it'd be a great opportunity, Lee, what we just spoke about, several of the factors, that in different countries, if you wish, just these are indicators that we're seeing as well, which supports what we're doing.
Yeah, okay. So at the moment, let's just talk about the Philippines for a minute, and then we'll give a bit more of an overview. Their Senate here is trying to push through a bill which says that they will go into a full lockdown and give the police authority to arrest anybody unvaxxed and or not fully boosted. This also gives them the authority to shut off all internet connection and all social connection, and basically lock the whole country down and then go door to door to find those that are not compliant. There's a large uprising here, or a large standpoint against this. The people here know who's perpetrating this, and this is ongoing. So they realize in the Philippines as well, GPMS, this has been brought to their attention, and they see it, which is awesome. I was told yesterday that this is the messaging that they're giving now to the people here. Excuse me while I mute some more of our new joiners. There we go. Can the people who join from India especially please mute your microphones when you enter? That would be wonderful. Thank you. They're giving the messaging that they've taken the governments down a few times over here, but they've always given it to the wrong people. And then the new governments have reverted back to exactly what the old ones have done. So they see now GPMS as an option, that their exit strategy is what they've called it. And this is going viral across the Philippines. There's many, many meetings happening here. Now, what we're seeing as well in what we spoke to with Rick a bit earlier is the demolition, the economic demolition of the West. This is happening in multiple ways. You're seeing in the Netherlands and different countries where they're reducing food crops massively. I'm not going to go into the Z-bugs and all of these things that they're trying to get into people, but there's an economic demolition ongoing in the West, and there's a medicinal demolition ongoing in the East, where there is a complete control structure. As the narrative controllers want to take the power from the West, which they own anyway, what they're doing is it's a power shift, but what they're doing is pushing it under a medical banner in the East. So as the East grows, they're suppressing it with the medical. And as the West fails, we're seeing the collapse of the economies to be replaced by the Eastern powers. Of course, that's all under the auspices of medicine or pharmaceuticals. So what we're watching right now is the collapse, or the game on the lower timeline, showing itself to everybody in different countries in different ways. Like Germany's doing it on heating. UK's done it on many, many different ways. Police powers now to arrest anybody who protests. There was somebody reading a Bible outside a clinic the other day, and they got arrested for a protest reading the Bible on their own. One constitutes a protest now, and that will then go against them, and they can't have a job effectively. So in all of these different countries, we're seeing different ways. Of course, Africa is slightly different. That's a quick overview. You can see it happening in America, the demolition of the dollar. 180 days now, they're saying possibly they will bring in where you can't actually take out any cash. Of course, most in the West now already know that they're trying to move to a central bank digital currency, removing all of these freedoms, if you will. So we can see this ongoing on that lower timeline. Of course, this is all imploding to a point where GPMS is the inevitable divine option. So I think that will do, brother, for now. We can go into any more detail we wish as the conversation moves forward. If there's anything you'd like to add.